questions. How do I stay motivated? How do I push myself through fear? Look, I'm not, I'm not a Tony Robbins motivational blah 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 guru guy. Like I kind of had it built into me. I was fortunate, and I've always been this way. I think there's a few key things that would help. So I think your network, right, hanging around with the right people. I think, and that can be virtually too. So just coming on these calls, right, just being on calls like this helps you understand. Like my first talk today, for example, hopefully you guys understand it's not all like, if you're struggling right now, welcome to business. That isn't just you. That's me, that's everyone else, right? And there's spurts, like we have great months where I'm like, oh, this is great, I can retire and be a billionaire. And then the next month you get slapped in the face and you realize, nope, back to the grind. Okay, this is kind of business. Some of the biggest businesses in America, they had their best year ever before COVID, right? And then COVID kind of came and slapped them in the face. So everyone gets slapped, and generally the bigger the business you are, the bigger the slap, right? So those billion-dollar companies, some of them went bankrupt, literally, right? They lost billions of dollars. So don't trick yourself, because it's very easier on social media, right? It's like the before and after photos that are fake, and the selfie angles and all that stuff in fitness. It's the same in business. A lot of the gurus only show the good side of business, right? And it's easy. Like, still, I don't necessarily do posts every day about how I had to fire an employee stole from me. Like literally over there in my office, half my carpet's ripped up as we got flooring done, and then the floorers quit. I have an office half with no carpet. I don't post about it, but it's real, and I try and be real with you guys, and that's just the BS of business, right? And the BS gets bigger. Like I said, the slaps get bigger, not smaller. Okay, so you guys have it easy right now. You're like on the PlayStation, you guys chose the like easy level, okay? And then as your business gets bigger, you actually change the level, and just like playing on a computer, you get better at it. You get more experience, right? But it actually gets harder. So I think surround yourself in groups and with people that are honest and reinforce the reality, okay? I think have clear goals. I think being smart, so you never try and be in a position where you're not one step away from bankruptcy. So like levels of protection, right? That's what I've always tried to create, is like, if one business blew up tomorrow, obviously it would suck, but I have a lot of different stuff moving. I have a lot of risk migration, and I worked really hard in the last 10 years. Like I turned 30 last month, and from 20 to 30, a big goal of mine was to retire. Like I can retire now on over 20 grand a month forever, just from all my passive stuff. That's very safe. So that was like a big goal. So how do you do that for yourself? Okay, it took me 10 years. So, and 20K is a lot, right? You don't need that. Most of you, how do you get the business sustainable or do something where you're earning 5K a month to pay the bills or whatever that number is, right? So I think that can help, because it allows you to do what? If you have that buffer, it allows you to come over here and take way more risk, right? And generally when you take way more risk, you actually grow way faster. A lot of you aren't growing because you're so safe, because you have to be almost, right? And you're just starting out and you're scared to fail. But I come over here and I'm losing 10 grand a week on a funnel, an idea, a concept, and I'm okay losing 10 grand a week. And I keep losing it because I have a buffer here to do it. But what does that mean? It's like in the slot machine or at the casino. I don't gamble, but if I'm putting 10 grand on every bet or whatever, every game, I lose more. But what happens when I win? I'm the one where the lights go off and it explodes and I get this big stupid check, or however they do it in the casinos, right? So try and be like, get in a position where you can do that, okay? So yeah, I think that's how you would stay, in my eyes. I think part of it's the security, part of it's the network, part of it's the realism of business and having good expectations. And then I think the last part is probably the why, right? A lot of these entrepreneurs, and again, this isn't my thing, a lot of them talk about what is the why. So figure out that, build your goals and mission and business around it, because then when you keep getting slapped in the face, it's a little easier to deal with it and keep going because you have the why, right?